So everybody is excited for the first slate of NFL games next Sunday. But what if I told you that one of the games this week could be potentially the game of the year? Of course, week one brings a lot of intriguing matchups. We got the Lions and the Chiefs kicking off the year. We also have some games that I think that are going to be slugfest, like the 49ers versus the Steelers, the Dolphins versus the Chargers, and of course, the division rivalry between the Bears and the Packers. But what if I told you that none of these games are going to be the game of the week? But what if I told you that none of those Sunday games are going to be the game of the week? In fact, the game of the week falls on a Monday night. And of course, the game I'm talking about is going to be the Bills versus the Jets in New York. Now, this game is very, very important for a number of reasons. First and foremost, it's a game in New York on September 11th, so I'm sure we'll see a lot of beautiful memorial services for the victims of 9/11. Secondly, the Bills. Let's talk about them first. The Bills last year came out against the defending Super Bowl champ Rams and kicked the dog shit out of them.
34, Allen stepping up, and now floating it downfield, and Diggs is behind the secondary, stumbles, but brings it in!
I mean, they looked unstoppable. They looked like the best team in the freaking world. And part of the reason they look so good is because the dynamic connection between Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. Well, this offseason, there's a little bit of drama. There's a little bit of tension going on between them. So will they still be a dominant, dynamic duo despite all of the offseason noise stuff? I really don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. I wonder, though, if things do go sour, how that will play out. But I don't think off the rip, Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen just, get a divorce and just cannot connect on passes anymore. Additionally, I'm not going to be the one to say it, but the Madden curse, is it still real? I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see with Josh Allen. But the real reason that it's the game of the week and potentially the year is because of what's going on the Jets side. Not only is this the New York Jets debut for Aaron Rodgers, arguably who is already the best quarterback in Jets history, even though he hasn't taken a snap, but it shows him in prime time on Monday Night Football with the entire nation watching. Also, it shows him going up against a legitimate Super Bowl contender in the Bills, a team that has run that division for a few years now. So the question that is going to get answered right away is, A, are the Jets able to play with the big boys now? And B, are they going to be a threat to win the AFC East? I think we'll get a pretty good answer of that in week one. I also think it's an important matchup for the Jets defense to see if they can repeat their dominant performance from last year. Last year they did give Josh Allen some fits, and if they're going to win this division, if they're going to compete in the AFC, that is going to be priority number one, is to handle Josh Allen every single time the Jets go against the Bills. Another interesting storyline is going to be Garrett Wilson. I think a lot of people are expecting him to have a big breakout year, and I think that as long as he's fully healthy this season, hopefully, Tre'Davious White is going to be plastered on Garrett Wilson all night. I think that'll be a very, very interesting matchup to see who wins throughout the night. So to get into some predictions on the game, I'm going to be honest, I do think the Bills come out swinging. Josh Allen, especially when you haven't played anybody all offseason, the Jets, this is their first game. When you haven't played anybody all offseason and you have to go up against this just 6'5" behemoth of a quarterback, it's going to take a little bit while to get used to. It is. And the Jets, I don't know if it's able to be replicated in practice what Stephon Diggs is able to do. I think also Dalton Kincaid is going to be a weapon. So I think the Bills will come out pretty hot. I think they probably put up 17-ish points in the first half at least. And the Jets, I kind of feel the opposite way. I think that they'll come out a little slow. Maybe Aaron Rodgers and the timing isn't there just yet. Maybe, their play calling hasn't really hit its groove yet. I would say that I think it's going to be like 17-3, 17-6 at halftime. But in typical Aaron Rodgers fashion, I do not think that he will let this game get too far out of hand. And towards the end of the game, he will start to mount a comeback for the New York Jets. Unfortunately, though, I don't think it'll be enough for the Jets, and I think the Bills are a little bit too much to handle right out of the gate. I have the Bills winning this game, something to the vein of like 24-20, 24-17, something like that. Now, via DraftKings, the Bills are currently favored by 2.5 points, and honestly, I would take that. I would go ahead and take that. I think they win by at least a field goal, and I think they start off their season just like they did last year with a good victory in primetime to start 1-0. Now, the Jets, though, if that is the scenario that unfolds, as a Jets fan, I wouldn't be too discouraged. I don't think they're going to be a great team from week one, but I think it's throughout the year, it's going to be important for Aaron Rodgers to build the chemistry with his teammates, to get the timing right, to be comfortable with the play calling. And if they prove that they can hang with the Bills and that they could potentially almost go blow to blow with the Bills, I think it's only going to be better later on in the year when they play them again. So if I was a Jets fan, I would be fine with that outcome. Obviously, you want to win, but I think in that instance, that is a definition of a good loss, and I think that's what happens for New York. But yeah, I just want to talk about my favorite matchup for Week 1. I think it's going to be a big, big game. I'm very, very excited to watch it at work and not do my job. But anyways, guys, I just want to talk about this game real quick. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace out.